Lesson 12, Part 1, English verb tenses. A verb's tense represents the time when an action happens. A verb's aspect represents the kind of action that happens. English has three tenses and three basic aspects. For tenses, it has the past, things that have happened before now, present, things happening now or always, and the future, things that will happen at a later time. For the aspects, we have simple. No specific kind of action or frequency is mentioned. Compare that to the progressive. This is an action that occurs over time. Then we have the perfect, which is an action that is complete. From these three tenses and three aspects, we have 9 basic forms of our verb. Now, there are actually more, but this will be enough for our purposes for now. All 9 of these are often called English's verb tenses for simplicity's sake, even though they involve a tense and an aspect together. Most people will just call them a tense with both words in the title. Both a tense and an aspect together. So for example, they would say simple past is a verb tense, even though technically it's a tense and an aspect put together, with simple being an aspect and past being a tense. So for simple past, we have I talked. For simple present, we have I talk. It's what I do all the time. I talked happened in the past. We're not really specifying anything about its frequency or anything about like how long it took. We're just saying I talked in the past at some point in time. Don't know when. Simple present, I talk. It's actually happening. English is a little bit weird with the simple present. You would think it's what's happening right now, but it's not. It's actually like what happens sort of like in all the time kind of a thing. Or it's used in other situations when there's no tense involved whatsoever. But we'll get to that a whole lot later. Don't worry about that for now. Simple future, I will talk. We're not specifying exactly when. We're not saying it's going to take a long time. We're not saying it's going to be like finished before we do something else in the future. We're just saying it's going to happen in the future. I will talk. Past progressive, I was talking. This happened in the past and it took place over time. It's not that I talked at a specific point in time and I was done. It's like I was talking when this other thing happened, or, I was talking for a long time. It's got the idea of some duration going on. Then we have the present progressive, I am talking. It's what's happening right now. And since it's happening right now, it's got a little bit of progression to it, because if I'm talking about the fact that it's happening right now, it's not like a specific point in time and bang, it's done, because I'm talking about that it's happening over time as I'm talking about it. So it's present progressive, it's taking place over time. This is what we've already seen in Greek with the present active indicative. And we've got future progressive, which is I will be talking. At some point in time in the future, this will be taking place over time. It'll take some duration. Past perfect, I had talked. That means at some point in time in the past, this action was already complete. It was done before that point in time in the past. Present perfect, I have talked. That means as it relates to right now, this action is already completed. This feels like a past tense because the action has already happened, but it means as it relates to right now, it's already done. Then future perfect, I will have talked. At some point in time in the future, this action will already be completed. Notice how the simple tenses don't tell you much about the kind of action. They just state that the action takes place. The progressive tenses, however, give you a feeling of some duration, that this action didn't happen at a specific point in time, but that it took a little while. The perfect tenses are normally used in a sentence with 2 verbs, like when I was 5, I had already learned to read. The had learned was already completed when the was 5 happened. Summary. Tense is the time when an action happens. Aspect is the kind of action that happens. English has 3 tenses, past, present, and future. English has 3 aspects, simple, progressive, and perfect.